Yes, dear. There in a moment.
My father always used to say...
Yes, my dear?
One can hardly expect punctuality from the servants if one fails to observe it oneself.
I'll get you fresh pot of tea, Mr. Armstrong.
Thank you, Inez.
What were you doing anyway?
Doing?
Out in the garden at this hour.
Oh, just trying Davis's new recipe.
What?
For the dandelions.
Don't you think it's becoming rather absurd, this obsession of yours?
Well, they ruin the lawn, my dear. But we can't let them do that. Can't let them win, can we?
Herbert?
Yes. Yes, dear.
You haven't forgotten about this evening?
No, of course not. What are we having?
A fresh salmon from Belcher's.
Oh, jolly good, jolly good. And how many will be here?
Only Griffiths.
Griffiths, of course, yes.
You forgot to invite him, didn't you?
No, of course not. Of course not, my dear. It's coming at 8 o'clock. I couldn't possibly forget anything so important.
Don't lie to me, Herbert. You're pathetic.
Oh, good heavens, look at the time. Home for tea.
Morning, Major Armstrong.
Good morning, Phillips. Be a good chap and get me some Griffiths on the telephone, would you, please?
Yes?
Major Armstrong is on the telephone for you, Mr. Griffiths.
Griffith!
Armstrong, what can I do for you?
Just wanted to make sure you knew what time to come this evening.
This evening?
Yes, 8 o'clock all right with you?
I'm sorry, Armstrong, I don't know what you're talking about.
There you are. You see, I knew you'd forget, old chap.
Forget what?
That I'd invited you to dinner.
When?
This evening.
No. When did you invite me?
Last week in court after the drunken disorderlies.
Well, I suppose...
Excellent. 8 o'clock sharp, then. You know what a stickler for punctuality Mrs. Armstrong is.
Indeed.
Join the show. Good day to you, Griffiths.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. Oh, good God, Phillips, don't creep about like that.
Mr. Williams to see you, Major.
Williams? Which Williams? There are more Williams around here, Phillips. There are miracles in the Old Testament.
Mr. Williams from Nantglas, Major.
Oh, old wooden top. What's he want?
Inquiring about the progress on his lease, Major.
Oh, yes. And, what progress is there?
I don't know, Major. I put the papers on your desk last week.
Oh, good God, man. Why didn't you remind me?
Major Armstrong,
What is it, Phillips?
when I last had occasion to speak to you, Major, you did promise to try to attempt to...
What, Phillips, what?
minimize the references to the Almighty in your speech, Major, and the taking therein of his name in vain.
What?
Blasphemy, Major.
Yes, I'm terribly sorry, Phillips. I'll endeavor not to offend your sensibilities in future. Now, please, send Williams in, would you?
Yes, Major.
Bloody things.
Father? That'll do no good. They'll just go straight back again.
Yes, I know, but it makes me feel so much better. Mother's sounding rather frantic, isn't she?
Yeah, she's been like that all day.
Thank heavens we don't do this sort of thing too often.
It seems to me that Mr. David Lloyd George has at last been proved not only a philandering reprobate, but also a veritable wolf in sheep's clothing. A Bolshevik lurking behind the respectable cloak of liberalism.
I think that's going a bit far, Griffiths. He did win the war for us. It's my opinion.
I believe you're absolutely right, Mr. Griffiths.
Furthermore, his financial policies have been an unmitigated disaster. He alone is responsible for the slump in trade which is afflicting us all. You know what his problem is, Armstrong? Wine and women.
Since you have a cold, Herbert, I'll leave you men to your talk, then. Coffee will be served in the drawing room in 20 minutes.
Formidable woman, your good wife.
Indeed. So, you've had time to reflect on the proposal?
I have.
Makes financial sense, wouldn't you say?
In many ways.
As separate practices, we're both slowly bleeding to death, and as one, we'd flourish.
You sound very certain.
Oh, well, with one office and one set of staff, our costs would be halved, and you could retire with a hefty lump sum and a share of the profits, which I think would be considerable.
You make it sound very attractive.
Good. Well, I'm sure you've made the right...
But I've decided to turn your proposal down.
What?
I'm not going to throw in the towel just yet. I've nursed this practice for 43 years, and if anybody's going to the wall, it's not going to be Robert Griffiths. No, Armstrong. I'm going to fight.
But how... I mean, you're not well, man. You had a stroke last winter.
I know that only too well. Somebody else will be doing the fighting for me, you see. I've taken on a new man.
Martin. Yeah. The opposition.
That's Armstrong, with a moustache. What's he like?
He's amiable enough. Full of bonhomie and hail fellow well met. He's well liked, which is why his practice has survived. His affability covers a multitude of sins.
Oh?
The laziest professional man I've ever had dealings with. It wasn't always so, but since the war.
I see. He has a rather hangdog hair.
You wait till you meet his wife.
He means to ruin us. That's what he's about. Him and his new man. Wait until we're bankrupt and then gobble us up. You must do something, Herbert. Really, you must.
Blessed are they that hear the word of God and keep it. And when people were gathered thick together, he said to them, "This is an evil generation. No man, when he hath lighted a candle, putteth it in a secret place, neither under a bushel, but on a candlestick, that they come in may see the light. The light of the body is the eye. Therefore, when thine eye is single, thy whole body is full of light. But when thine eye is evil, thy body is full of darkness.
Ah, you must be, Martin.
Yes, I'm Martin.
How do you do? Armstrong. Herbert Armstrong.
Oswald Martin.
Pleased to meet you.
Fine.
Settling in?
Yes, thank you.
Where are you lodging?
The Temperance Hotel.
Oh, the Temperance. I suppose you've had much chance to meet the locals, haven't you?
No, pleasure yet to come.
Yeah, well, that's the doctor, eh?
Ah.
So our good Dr. Hinks spends one day a week caring for the sick and dying, and the rest of it shooting, riding, and fishing, huh? And that's the Davis family. He's the chemist, see? Though he rather likes to be called the pharmacist, due to the fact that purveyors of French letters and quack medicines like himself don't have the same sort of professional standing as you, me, and Hinks.
You seem to have a rather jaundiced view of the community you serve, Mr. Armstrong.
You think so?
Father.
Eleanor! Martin, this is my eldest, my fair Lady Eleanor. Yeah, well, something you wanted, my dear?
Yes, it's Mother. She, is a bit anxious to go home.
Oh, is she? Ah, jolly good. Roast beef must be burning, I suppose. Well, jolly nice to meet you, Mr. Martin.
Goodbye, Miss Martin.
Good day.
Mother's in rather a state.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
So you met our friend, then?
Yes.
What do you make of him?
Amusing in some ways, appalling in others. Weak little man, quite weak.
Let's go up onto the bluff after lunch, and we're with Margaret and Pierce and blow the cobwebs away, shall we?
All right.
Good idea.
Certainly. You know so much about flowers. You should have been a botanist, not a boring old solicitor.
Yes, I should have liked that. Your grandfather, however, had other ideas. No, but I do love plants. It's true.
Except for dandelions.
Except for Tarxarchum officinale, yes. Dandelions. I'm right behind you. I'm catching you.
Where's that over there, Father?
It's Wales.
They're beautiful. It's like the quilt on Mother's bed.
Yes, I love it here. Feels like standing on the edge of the world. Phillips, these accounts, I can't make head and tail of them.
No, Major?
No, you see, these quality figures, they can't be right. I thought you said you checked them.
I did, Major, more than once.
No, but you see, according to this, the practice's net income for the last quarter was £104, 5 shillings and 4 pence.
Yes, Major.
That's appalling. Can't be right. Can't be right. What do you want?
The papers for the Mellish estate, Major. I put them on your desk some weeks
They'll do
ago.
that, son. What do you want them for?
Mr. Hancock telephoned, Major, about the sale. He said he was putting the matter into the hands of another solicitor. He asked me to send the papers to him.
Him? Who?
Mr. Martin, Major.
I see. God.
Hello, Armstrong.
Oh.
I brought myself some geese.
Oh, I see. Why?
Income generation. Christmas is coming in, the geese is getting fat.
Not just me, is it? I mean, you owe everybody money.
But it's just not right.
The point is, you're still spending it like there was no tomorrow.
There you go. Well, you fight for your country, come back 4 years later, what do you find? A land fit for heroes, my arse. A land fit for bank managers, money lenders, and solicitors. Oh, no, I don't mean you, Armstrong. You're a pal, always have been. We had some good times during the show, didn't we?
Oh, we did.
You especially. In the camp of Bournemouth, if I remember rightly.
Now, Bournemouth, you swore never to mention it.
I sure. You know me, the soul of discretion.
Yes, I know you.
Not many good times around now, are there?
No, there isn't.
I know what has to be done. It's not going to be easy for me, I can tell you. I've lived all my life here.
Yes, I know.
I'll tell you what. If I do decide to sell, could you see your way to letting me have another couple of hundred?
Couple of hundred? I haven't got a couple of hundred.
Yeah, but you would lay your hands on it. Then you'll handle the sale, of course.
I don't know why I do it.
Good man.
I'll get an auctioneer up, make a valuation.
Did you hear about the duck who went to David's shop and asked for a French letter?
Go on.
And David said, "Certainly, sir. Will you pay for it in cash, or shall I put it on your bill?"
Dr. Hanks? Hey, Martin. Griffiths' man.
I knocked, but there was no answer.
Oh, sorry. Just getting ready for my rounds.
Ah. Shall I come back?
No. Come in, and I'll have a look at you.
Thank you.
You had more than one operation?
Yes. One for reconnaissance and 3 to rearrange the landscape.
Well, looks jolly good.
I know full well what it looks like.
And, you feeling all right? In yourself?
If that's medical code for am I still suffering from shell shock, no, I'm not.
I see.
I sometimes have difficulty sleeping.
Well, I can do something about that at least. Which hospital were you in, by the way?
The Royal Masonic.
Ah, good. Get dressed. Make your prescription. 1 tablet before you go to bed.
Thank you.
Why don't you pay us a visit? It's quite a sociable little lodge.
Ah, yes. Thank you, I will.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Mr. Martin, isn't it?
That's right.
How can I help you?
Could you, prepare this for me, please?
Certainly. Won't keep you a moment. What on earth are you doing, girl?
Nothing. I'll take those through.
But
Here we are, then. The doctor's told you when to take them.
Yes. Yes, he has.
Do you want them, then?
Oh, sorry.
Do you know what comes next?
What?
You pay for them.
Sorry.
Goodbye then, Mr. Martin.
Sorry, goodbye.
Sweet dreams.
Brother Warden, there is an alarm. Who is there?
A brother who seeks admission.
A brother seeks admission.
What are you laughing at?
Father, there's some planks on his feet.
Planks?
Yes. In the snow.
Oh. He wasn't the most elegant of skiers.
No. 1906.
It was the year we got married. Come on, child. Time for bed.
Good night, Mother.
I didn't know you were one of ours, Martin.
You're rather an unlikely brother yourself, Armstrong.
Well, a solicitor in a small town can't afford to be otherwise, as I'm sure you know.
You're a very good member.
Why don't you join us for tea one day? I'm sure Mrs. Armstrong would like to meet you.
Oh, you're most kind of you.
Katherine, you're late going to bed.
I wasn't really very tired.
Oh. Look, you haven't drawn the curtains.
Please, leave them. Sometimes I like to see the night.
Good.
How was your lodge meeting?
Oh, as ever.
The good men of Hay?
Yes, well, the good men of Hay are not content.
Oh? And what is the cause of their discontent?
Well, the increasing slackness of business.
Of course. It was so much better when the war was on and men were dying like flies.
Well, I'm sorry to say you're not far wrong.
Always profit to be found in misery. Eh, Herbert?
That's a little harsh, my dear.
Always was one of my failings.
Oh, well, now, who's been looking at this?
Eleanor.
Oh. Happy days.
Long time ago.
Katherine.
Please. Please, Herbert, not now.
I just wanted to have a little talk.
What about? About how you brought those happy days to an end. About how wretched I feel. And sometimes I feel I should go on no longer.
Katherine, please, please.
I'm sorry, Herbert. I have to be up early. The chimney sweep is coming. What time would you like Inez to wake you?
Katherine, please, will you listen to me? Just 5 minutes.
No good would come of it. Night, Herbert. why you had to invite him.
Well, simply trying to be civil, my dear.
Can't think why. He's only trying to put us out of business.
Martin! Sorry to kept you waiting.
No matter, your daughter looked after me.
Oh, Eleanor, yes, she's such a good girl, isn't she? Yes, she's waiting for me to play tennis. It's a club tournament next week.
Indeed. I play a little myself.
Oh, do you really? How do you manage with your,
With my leg, it's not such a great disability. I don't need to run around much.
Oh, I see. Well, won't you sit down? Katherine, oh, Mrs. Armstrong will be along presently. Yes, yes, to tell you the truth, my wife hasn't been at all well lately. Ah, Katherine, there you are. I don't think you've met Mr. Martin. Martin, this is Mrs. Armstrong.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Herbert, may I speak to you for a moment?
Excuse us for a moment. Thank you.
I have never seen anything like it in my life.
What?
How dare he come into my house and insult me in such a way?
Sorry.
Oh, surely you must have noticed. The man is improperly dressed. He's wearing flannels and a sports jacket.
Oh, Katherine, I don't think he's...
I will not show hospitality to such a man. Inez can serve the tea.
Katherine,
You heard what I said, Herbert.
Where did you serve?
Oh, at the front, near Rouen, for a short time in 18. Yes, and the rest of the war back here. I was a staff officer, adjutant, moving around from camp to camp in Dorset and Wiltshire. Yes, we we had some famous times. Probably the best of my life.
I see.
Started as a captain, finished a major. And you?
I went through the whole lot of private.
A private? Oh. Well, why didn't you,
Because I came to the conclusion very early on that only cretins got commissioned.
Ah. Well, isn't that rather a sweeping generalization?
It was the half-brained decision of one of the breed that got me this. 3 months before the thing finished.
Yeah. Well, in my experience...
Your experience is obviously very different from mine.
What do you mean by that?
Simply that not all of us spent the war in Bournemouth playing cricket with our brother officers.
Sergeant Major David! Sir? Lift the targets in 10 seconds. Well, get your head down, man. All right. Fire! Pretty good, chaps.
Come on, boys, get moving.
Who says we're not proper soldiers, eh? First one back gets free drinks at the dinner. Come on, Davies. Don't want the men to think you're not up to it, do you? Gentlemen, I give you the king.
King.
In that case, he said, I'll take the biggest fanny you've got.
It's a long way to Tipperary, to the sweetest girl I know. Goodbye, Piccadilly, farewell, Leicester Square. It's a long, long way to Tipperary, but my heart lies there.
It's
Herbert? Herbert! Oh, Herbert, I was waiting for you.
Wait a minute.
Yes, I'd like to speak to you. Oh, please, please, Herbert. Not now. Sit down. There's something I have to say. Yesterday, I was going to... Please, Herbert.
Katherine. Don't be such an old fusspot.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No,
Yes.
No, Herbert, no!
You shouldn't have done that, Katherine.
You have been drinking.
Yes, I've been drinking, yes. Whiskey. Port. Wine. Been smoking, too. Fine Havana's, look.
Not in the house, Herbert. You know I cannot bear it.
I've had such a bloody good time, Katherine. God, I've laughed. And you know why I've laughed, Katherine?
Oh, please.
Because the smutty stories of the territorials mess is the only gratification I'm ever likely to get.
You disgust me.
And if there was ever an unnecessary statement, Katherine, that was it.
What I wanted to say was, yesterday, I was going through the accounts and I found a payment of £200 to that man, Vaughan. I simply cannot understand why you've lent him more money.
Can't you?
You've got to get it back.
It's my business, Katherine.
I'm afraid it is not.
Would you mind telling me why?
Because you know damn well that money belongs to me. Your endless failures are eating up my income. You can't run away from that fact. Herbert,
Married. I'm sorry.
Good morning, Wilkes.
Morning, Major.
How's it looking?
Oh, not too bad, sir. The porters are coming on like nobody's business. And the petunias are getting away nice.
Davis's mixture hasn't had a great deal of effect on these wretched dandelions, has it?
No, never reckoned it would, sir. You should have let me have a go.
Mother, I need to know.
My old dad used to swear by arsenic.
Really?
Make a hole right down to the roots, put a pinch or two of the powder onto them. That'll do the trick right enough.
Arsenic, eh?
come back, Eleanor. No, just leave me alone.
Wash your hands good after, mind.
What did you say to her?
Your precious daughter.
What did you say to her?
She's wicked. Dirty-minded and wicked, just like you.
Going to tell me now? No? No?
I can't.
I think I can guess, anyway.
I need to know. Things happening to me. Frightened. I need to know.
Of course you do. Of course you do. Now, look. Look at the time. They'll have started, won't they? Listen, your mother, your mother's... She's
She's changed. She's changed so much. Is it because of me?
No. No.
Game to Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones leads 5 games to 3. Game to Mr. Martin. Mr. Martin leads 5 games to 1. Second set, and by 1 set to love.
Game to Mr. Armstrong.
Well, I think I'll take 2 egg and... Do you take egg and cress?
Yes, sir, egg and cress.
Martin.
Armstrong.
How are you getting on?
Not too bad.
Oh, jolly good.
You?
Oh, yeah, not too bad. Right. Well, is he on court?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh! 15 love.
Yes?
Cook says dinner's ready, Mrs. Armstrong.
Thank you. I'll be down.
Game and first set to Mr. Martin, 6 games to 2. To Mr. Armstrong by 6 games to 3, 1 set all.
Herbert,
Katherine.
the dinner is ready.
Yes?
It was actually ready half an hour ago. And furthermore, it's Saturday. And Saturday, as you well know, is your bath night. The water's piping hot. Shall we go?
yes.
Come along, then.
Your match, I think.
Yes.
Good morning, Davis. A fine one it is, too.
Indeed. And how can I help you?
Yes, I'd like to buy some arsenic.
Arsenic?
For the dandelions, you know. Wilkes put me onto it. Didn't have a lot of success with your mixture, I'm afraid. Not much at all.
Oh. Will 2 ounces be sufficient?
Oh, yes, that should do the job. And I'll collect it on my way home.
I'll have to put it in the poisons book, you know.
Yeah, that's all right. Oh, and put it on my bill, would you?
What's the matter, dear? Not feeling well?
No, just tired. Very tired. Arthritis is bad.
Well, you should see Hinks.
I think I'll go and get my cocoa and go up to bed.
I'll do it, dear. Yes, sir, I'll make it and I'll bring it on up to you.
Thank you.
Yes, I'll not be a moment.
Story. All right then. Dear pig, are you willing to sell for 1 shilling your ring? Said the pig, I will. So they took it away and were married next day by the turkey who lives on the hill. They dined on mince and slices of quince, which they ate with a lanceful spoon. And hand in hand on the edge of the sand, they danced by the light of the moon. The moon, the moon. They danced by the light of the moon. Come on, it's time you went back to bed.
Anna?
Yes?
What's a runcible spoon?
Come in, Herbert. You took a long time.
Watching the kettle, I suppose. Some digestives for you.
I couldn't. Not with my stomach.
Well, I'll say good night then.
Good night, Herbert. Did you get the money back from that man Vaughan yet?
No.
Herbert?
I shall be up very early in the morning. I'm off to London on business, remember?
Herbert?
Good night.
Come on. That's it. Be with you in a moment. Poor wandering one, wholly strayed, take heart of grace, thy steps retrace, poor wandering one, poor one, if such poor love as Why, Mr. Martin, I'm sorry to have kept you waiting.
All right, I was listening to you singing.
Oh,
You have a very pleasant voice.
pleasant.
Well, pretty.
Oh, why, thank you. I do like it, don't you?
Yeah. Sorry, like what?
Gilbert and Sullivan.
Of course. Sorry.
It's all right. Do you?
What?
Like Gilbert and Sullivan?
Well, not. I mean, yes, I suppose.
You'll be going to see the Pirates of Penzance then?
Pardon?
At the little theatre. The Hay players are putting it on next week.
Ah. Well, I might.
I'm going.
I.
Yes, next Wednesday.
Well, perhaps
Yes,
we could go together.
that would be pleasant.
Good. Well, I'll see you there then.
And I'll see you. Oh, by the way, did you want anything?
No. No, not really.
Mary.
Herbert. Oh, I'm so pleased to see
I'm
you.
so sorry the train was delayed.
Yes, I was beginning to think you wouldn't come.
Oh, I was terribly anxious that you wouldn't wait.
Well, of course I'd wait. I'd always wait for you.
Oh,
Well, how are you?
oh, fine. Just fine.
And your mother?
About the same.
Ah.
A little irritable from time to time.
Yes, yes. Well, let's have some lunch, shall we?
Oh,
You are wicked. Yes, I know, but you rather like it, don't you, Mary?
yes, I do. I think perhaps I'm rather a malicious person. And life in a small town doesn't suit me.
Not a trace of malice in you, Mary. It's just a lively sense of humour, that's all. And there's nothing small about Bournemouth, my dear. In fact, in comparison to Hay, it's a veritable New York.
You enjoyed your time there, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
What did you enjoy?
Oh, the sea, concerts, high tea at the Grand, happy days at Ford Cottage, one or two blissfully happy nights. Marion.
Please.
I must say something.
Remember our agreement.
Please listen.
There's no point. We can never be together.
No, it's all right.
Don't you see? Happy days are gone and can never come again. Way things are. Don't you see? It's 5 o'clock. My train.
Well, perhaps you could catch her later on.
Oh, I'm sorry, Herbert. I must go now.
Well, I'd really like to see you again.
Would you? It doesn't seem to make you very happy.
Oh, no, but I'm sorry. I've so enjoyed it.
No, please, Herbert. It's for the best.
No, I shan't be able to bear it.
You think it'll be any easier for me?
Well, perhaps we could meet up again from time to time.
What? Wet afternoons in dingy hotels in Bloomsbury. No. That's no good for me and no good for you. I'm sorry.
Marion, I love you.
Goodbye, Herbert.
Marion!
Hey, end of the line. Hey.
Father would have been home by now.
It's time you were in your bed.
Can't I stay up to see him? I'm sure he won't be long.
Goodness sake, Eleanor. Do as I say. Your father won't want to be bothered. And the lights straight out. Herbert, I didn't hear you come back.
Well, I didn't want to disturb you, dear.
You wouldn't be disturbing me. Not the way I've been sleeping lately.
Well, maybe this will help you to get off. It's your usual.
I couldn't. I just couldn't. My insides are churning over. Really. They are.
Well, I'll just leave it there, then. It's made with half milk, just the way you like it.
Oh, be careful.
Sorry.
How was your trip?
Fine. Just fine.
Oh. By the way, that awful man Martin telephoned this evening.
Oh, did he? What did he want?
An important matter of business, he said. I said you were available for consultation during normal business hours.
I dare say you told him.
I most certainly did. It's so...
Better?
It's so sweet. How much sugar did you put in it?
Oh, just your usual, one heaped. Yes, I find him rather a pushy character, isn't he?
He'll get nowhere if he pushes me around.
No, not many people do, Catherine.
You feel better now? What is it? Feel a bit better now. Is it finished now? Is it finished now? I'll get some hot water, shall I? Make you feel better, darling? A bit of a wash, make you feel better. No, it's just an attack of the usual. A few hours in bed, she'll be right as rain. Nothing to worry about. Now, who's for breakfast?
Still not eating.
Hasn't touched it.
Nothing?
Sip of tea, that's all.
Oh, I don't know. That woman, she's a martyr to indigestion.
How are you feeling?
Better now, thank you. I don't feel sick anymore.
Good, good.
I have this strangest feeling running through my feet. My hands.
Mm-hmm.
Like electricity running through me.
Hmm. Well, I think you should try and get some sleep. Stay and keep you company. Put my book.
Does she sing as prettily as I?
What? Oh, sorry. No. I mean, yes. Did you enjoy it?
Oh, yes, it was lovely. Didn't you?
Yes. Yes.
I'm glad.
Something wrong?
No, this is where I live.
Oh. What's the matter?
Nothing. It's just you make me smile.
I'm glad you derive so much amusement from my company.
Oh, don't be angry. I didn't mean to upset you.
I'm sorry.
I just meant
I'm a bloody fool.
I like being with you. That's all I meant. I must go now.
I'd like to see you again, Constance.
All right. As long as you call me Connie.
Hello, dear.
Was that you twitching the curtain just now?
I heard voices. I was just seeing who they belong to, that's all.
Of course.
Did you have a nice time?
The hay players are hardly doily cart, Mother, but yes, I had a nice time.
With your Mr. Martin?
He's not my Mr. Martin, as you so quaintly put it, Mother. Not yet, anyway.
My dear, do you think he's...
What?
Quite right for you?
He's a professional man with a good position, which is in his favor. But he seems rather an odd chap to me. Bit of a cold fish.
He should fit in very well round here, then.
That'll do, girl. Your mother and I are only thinking of your welfare.
So am I. It's obviously escaped your notice that the stock of eligible men in this town is nil. The war saw to that. Oswald is thoughtful and kind. And he'll soon have his own practice. Look, don't you see? I'm 27 years old. I don't want to be a dried-up old spinster with only the scriptures for comfort. I want a home of my own. I want to be married. I want a man.
How long's she been like this?
Well, quiet like this just this morning, but the biliousness she's had for a couple of days.
Should have called me sooner. She's in a bad way.
What do you think it is?
Not sure. But it's more than just a bilious attack, Armstrong.
Oh, I see.
She consulted me in the spring about pains in her right arm and shoulder. She thought it was rheumatism, but I diagnosed it as brachial neuritis.
Oh.
Yes, inflammation of the nerves, cause of which can sometimes be functional rather than organic.
I don't quite understand.
Mental rather than physical.
Oh, I see.
I'll come back tomorrow. See you again. No food, just liquids. Benjur's would be best. Yes. Now, any deterioration, any at all, just let me know.
Oh, of course.
Don't worry, Armstrong. Sure, we'll soon have it all sorted out. I'm sure you're right.
Major Armstrong. Major Armstrong, Mr. Martin wants you to telephone him. Urgent, he said. Tried a few times yesterday, if you remember.
Evening, Armstrong. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to start you.
Yes, evening.
Listen, you should have been notified. I've been instructed to act for the purchases of Villeneuve by your man, Vaughan. There are a number of things we need to settle.
Yes. Yeah, I've rather a lot on my mind at the moment. I'll be in touch.
Yes, well, let's not hang about. Time waits for no man.
Yes, I'll endeavour to remember that.
You look very happy. Is that because of seeing Mr. Armstrong or seeing me? Oswald, this is a public place.
I'm sorry, I don't know what came over me.
Please hurry. She's very, very bad.
Don't let them in. Don't. Take them away. Take them away. Oh, please, I beg you. I beg you, don't be cruel. Rats away. Take those rats away. No, 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 no.
So? Well, it rather confirms my first diagnosis. Her mind is clearly affected.
What are we going to do?
I'll get a second opinion. Has she close relatives?
Oh, yes. There's Bessie, her sister in Devon.
I'll telegraph her to come. And a friend, you, a close friend?
Why?
Well, you need some sound advice.
Thanks.
Yes, Mrs. Armstrong.
Just wanted to say I'm sorry.
What for?
I'm a bad woman. I've lived a most unchristian life. I've been wicked to my family and my husband.
Oh, I'm sure that's not true.
Oh, I am a bad woman. Oh, yes. I deserve to die.
Hello, Bessie.
Thank you. It's a terrible thing.
Oh, you're here, Bessie.
Arthur.
The other doctor's seen her, and Bessie's just arrived.
Oh, good.
Hinks wants to talk to you.
Right. I think I'd like you to be there, Arthur. Bessie. Now, you've seen her now?
Yes. Oh, Herbert,
Come on, Bessie.
What are we to do, Hinks?
I think there's only one appropriate course. Dr. Jane agrees.
And what's that?
She must have complete rest and care of a very special kind.
Yes?
In a place where she can have both. A special place.
No. No. I won't have her put in an asylum.
I had Barnwood in mind, near Gloucester. A private institution. The medical care's first class.
No. No. Won't have it.
It's a dreadful thing, Herbert, I know, but think for a moment. It's just not safe here. Not for her, not for you, most especially not for the children.
Bessie.
it does seem to be for the best, Herbert.
It's not necessarily a life sentence, you know. There's a chance she might recover. In a quiet place, with care and attention.
Very well. If there's no alternative.
Goodbye, Mrs. Armstrong.
Hello, Major.
Afternoon.
Same as usual? Yes. Haven't seen you for a day or two?
No, I've been away for a few days. Gloucester.
Of course. How is Mrs. Armstrong these days?
So, you know, about the same, really.
Poor thing. How long has it been now?
Well, 2 months. That's part of 3.
Such a long time. You must feel it, being on your own.
I do.
I know what it's like, being on your own.
Do you?
Oh, yes. I get lonely sometimes. Soda.
Thank you.
Better?
When may I see you again?
Oh, I'm not sure. I shall have to consult my social diary.
Yes.
Actually, I have an invitation for you.
Oh?
My mother would like you to come to tea.
Oh, when?
Next Wednesday, 4:30, if you're free.
If I'm not, I shall make myself so. What now?
But you seem almost as apprehensive about this event as my mother. Look.
Armstrong. Who's that with him?
Mrs. Flitch, widow of this parish and barmaid at the 3 Tuns.
I see. Rather an unlikely client.
Mrs. Flitch's reputation is rather soiled.
You think,
I think your Mr. Armstrong has been giving Mrs. Flitch something other than legal advice.
Connie.
I don't quite understand. You see, the last time I was here,
I know. Her condition did remain more or less unchanged for 2 months after the attack reached its peak. We had no reason to expect such a sudden and rapid improvement. But it is not without precedent.
It's such a shock. It's a surprise.
You made the common mistake of presuming that once a patient enters this place, he or she will never leave it except in a box. That is not the case. Not the case at all.
Oh, she'll make a full recovery then?
I rather think she might. And at the present rate of recovery, she might be back at home with you in a matter of weeks.
Oh, good. No, this is excellent news, Doctor.
I'm pleased to be the bearer. Good day, Major Armstrong.
Good day, Doctor. Thank you very much indeed. Well.
Yes?
You look so...
I know. I feel it too.
Yes.
I know what you're thinking. That it can't last. But I think it will. Oh, Herbert. I really think it will.
I think it's rather premature, Armstrong, don't you?
Well, you see, I think it'd be rather good for her. And I must say she thinks so, too.
But you discussed it with her?
Whoa, she raised it, you see. It was her idea. She misses her children dreadfully.
Well, of course. It's possible it might aid recovery, but it's a risk.
She's desperate to come home, Hinks. And I must say, I wanted to come home, too.
All right, I'll talk to Townsend. But I have to say it's against my better judgment. On your head be it.
Well, of course. Yeah. Right, well... while I'm here...
yes?
I find I must consult you on a rather delicate matter.
I see. How delicate?
There. Told you I was right about him, didn't I?
Your prescription, Major?
Yes, sir. Thank you. By the way, Davis, I just need a little more arsenic for the garden. Very effective indeed, very effective. Didn't take quite enough, though.
Oh, I see. How much do you want?
Oh, a couple of ounces.
I'll get it. Constance, the book, please.
Mrs. Armstrong coming home, I hear.
Yes, that's right.
That'll be nice.
Yes, yes, it will.
Mother, you're looking so well. I've never felt better. Are you going away again? No, Miss. I am not going away. I'm a bit rusty.
Lovely spread, Mrs. Davis.
Thank you, Mr. Martin.
Please call me Oswald.
Oswald?
Blast!
Mrs. Davis, excuse me.
I'll get a cloth. Herbert, you're home early?
Well, I was anxious to see how you were.
Oh, that's very kind.
So?
Oh, I'm fine. I just seem to get tired more quickly, that's all.
Oh, well, of course. No, it'll take time, won't it?
Yes. Pearson does seem to have got rather far behind with his arithmetic. I think I might give him a lesson later.
Good. Good. Oh, dear. Almost forgot. Just need your, signature on this, Catherine. There we are.
What is it for?
Oh, it's just a document for the insurance.
But there's only one page here. Where is the rest of it?
Catherine.
But I never sign anything until I read it. All of it. I mean, it's simply not right.
For God's sake, Catherine. Now, look, things have been difficult enough without you.
Oh, I'm so terribly sorry, Herbert.
And above all, not to be trusted.
Oh, dear. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. Sorry. Herbert, please don't go.
Well, I think I just need Ines to witness it, you see. Tea will be ready shortly. I've got you some nice calf's foot jelly.
I'm not sure that I feel like it.
Oh, well, remember what Hink said. Must eat, do you good.
Oh, yes, of course.
It wasn't that bad.
It was a disaster.
Well, listen to me. I don't give a fig for what my parents think. I shall do what I please with whom I please. And you please me, Oswald Martin. Do you understand?
I think I love you, Connie.
What do you mean, think?
Hey!
Pearson, come on in. I've finished. Close the door. Be a good boy. Take my tray for me. That's right, just put it on there. Come and sit here. Come here, Bob. We'll start with your tables.
All right.
Well, go on then, begin. Start with the twos.
1's 2 is 2. 2 2's are 4. 3 2's are 6. 5 2's are 10. 4 2's are 8. 5 2's are 10. 6 2's are 12. 7 2's are 14. 8 2's are 16.
There, that's it. Sit down there. And that's the best way you can manage to walk.
It's electric wires running through my legs and my arm is always burning me so.
It's all right, my dear. It's all right. Exactly as I feared. She's relapsed, which is much worse than before.
I'm so sorry, Hinks. It was meant for the best.
Look, it's too late for that now. I have to tell you, Armstrong, I think she's in very grave danger. It can't be as bad as that. Shh!
There's burglars in the house. They're playing my piano. I can hear them. Shh!
It's all right, Ines. I'll take it.
Yes, sir.
This is my birthday, Pip. I was going to wish her many happy returns when Miss Havisham lifted her stick and stabbed at the pile of cobwebs on the table. On this day of the year, long before you were born, this heap of decay was brought here. It and I have worn away together. Yes, Mother?
I'm gonna die.
Mother.
I have so much to live for.
Mother, you're not going to die.
Nice hot drink for you.
I'll read you some more tomorrow. Good night, Mother. Good night. Good night, Father.
Katherine.
She'll go before the day's out. There's nothing I can do. I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry, Katherine. The nurse is settled. Inez, have to go to the office. Telephone if you need me.
Yes, of course, Major.
Yes. Yes, I see. I shall be home presently. That's quite all right.